Hey guys, how's it going? This is Christopher John Hill. Good to see you again. And today I'm going to be showing you the hotspots, another 4 of them, plus another 2 minor hotspots for gold farming. And today I have Casimir Mead, one of the more popular characters in the game, and also another one which I've cosplayed. And towards the end of the video I'm going to quickly show you the total makeover, so you can make one for yourself if you like. And as you can see, there's the original there on the right of me, and there's my version of her. So, with further ado, let's get underway. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to be taking you guys to the first map, which is another map which is very good for farming gold, essentially, through gathering certain items. Okay, and this hotspot is the Tomb of the Primeval Kings. This is the Path of the Fire map, which has been around for a while now. It's been very popular, and it is on the Desert Highlands map, which is one map above the Crystal Oasis, sorry. Okay, so let's go there now. And in order to access this map, I believe you have to go through the Path of Fire campaign from memory. So once you guys do that, you can have full access to the treasure chests, which is what we're after. And for a lot of people that have gone through the campaign, you would already know about this section of it. And it can be quite profitable indeed, if you have, especially if you have a lot of characters. So I'm going to take you straight there. And the best place to get there is from this waypoint right here, which is the Lommen Kroll waypoint, which is basically top right of the map, or as top right of the map as you can get. And away we go. And as I was saying earlier, guys, Casimir Mead's been around since the beginning of Guild Wars 2. She's one of the more popular characters as well, just as Queen Jenna. And she's been through most of pretty much everything when it comes to the campaign itself. She's definitely one of my favorites, and will continue to be for pretty much forever. So we're going to make our way to the Tomb of the Primevals, and I'm right on the doorstep, so I'm just going in now. As people have seen before, this place is huge. It's quite a very nice bit of eye candy, and is definitely one of the places I love to visit every once in a while. And since I've gotten 70 characters, it is also another place you can go to pick up these chests, which contain a lot of valuable loot, including golden rares, green masterwork materials, and the common ones, which are blue. You'll also find some of the Elonian weapons, which are also rares, and you can salvage or sell. I prefer to salvage them to get ectos, which you can then use to gamble, or you can use them on whatever else that you want to use them in. Okay, so basically, I'm going to quickly show you what I have gotten from a total of 21 characters. I have done this earlier, guys. So that was the 21st character. I just harvested everything in there with. So I got 32 pieces of rare loot, 68 of the master, and 78 of the common. And as you can see, this adds up very quickly, very fast. And if you do that with 70 characters in total, I did it with 1/3. So I would get probably including the additional Elonian weapons as well, the Elonian rares, probably around 100 per day. So that's 100 rares, guys, per day, not including the masterwork, not including the common. So you basically just times that by 3, so you're going to get 745. About 210, and with this one, it's about 240. So as you can see, you can make a lot of loot here very quickly, which you can sell, open, or basically break down into craft materials. Okay, so with that finished up, I'm going to show you the next area where you can go to farm more of the items that are going to give you more gold. And the first one is going to be the Bloodstone Fen map. And anyone that's come here probably already know very well what you can farm from this map. But I'm going to go through it anyways, for anyone that doesn't know. And I might even still show you 1 or 2 places that you yourself haven't known about yet. So stay tuned to the video, and I will get to those very shortly. Okay, so Bloodstone Fen has been around for a while. It's after the Heart of Thorns, and essentially what you're going to be looking for is the jungle plants. You're going to use your Consortium Harvesting Sickle, which has the Glyph of Bounty in it, and your Item Booster, which will give you more chances of getting the good stuff. So let's go ahead and start farming. So basically what I'm looking for is the Magoma lilies. There's no guarantee that you're absolutely positively going to get them every single time, but the more characters you have, the more chances are you're going to have to get one of them. And usually I get pretty lucky when I'm farming for them, but sometimes not. So we'll just have to see how we go. I'm basically showing you guys the farming path along the way. There you go, one of them. Got it. See, didn't take me long to get that at all. The prices of these will vary according to the trading post and what's happening with players buying them and selling them. But generally speaking, you're going to make around maybe a gold, and sometimes more, depending on whether or not people are farming them at the time. So they're still worth going for. You can still sell the cassava roots, which also come along as a byproduct. And these can also add up to a little bit of extra income as well, just through sheer volume alone. And you also have the other items which you can farm along the way as well, such as the wood. There you go, got another one. So this is a very good map for farming these. You can also get another resource on this map, which is called the freshwater pearls, and those are down below. And I highly recommend going for those, and because it really does add up over time, especially if you have characters such as the engineer or the thief, because you can use the cloaking, which will help get you guys what it is you're after. So I'm going to head down here and see if I can find some more. This is basically the path I go through every time, guys. Every time I bring a character to this map. So you don't have to go this exact route. You can forge your own path. It doesn't have to be this. But this is just my preferred route, just to maximize the yield. Because after all, this is about... Ooh, we got another one. That's 3 of them, I believe, now. This is all about maximizing the amount of items you can get and sell to make as much gold as quickly as possible. So I think this more than qualifies, and it's more than worth going for. I mean, there's a little bit of legwork involved, but if you're willing to do it, then it can pay off big time in the end. And there's quite a few of these plants on the map, so I would definitely recommend going for them every single time. This is also something you can go for if you want to switch things up and you want to go after other things that you can farm, so it doesn't get too monotonous, doesn't get too boring. And you have ancient logs on this map, as well as all the regular wood that you can pick up. And then, of course, there's the mithril and the freshwater pearls, and hopefully I'll get one of those as well. We'll see how we go. But the reason I would recommend taking characters into this map that can cloak, or at least ones that can take a lot of damage, such as a warrior or a guardian, is because you're going to have a lot of things that are going to be provoked. Sometimes you can just move to the map like I am without being hindered whatsoever, and other times not so much. So we'll keep moving on and see what else we can find. I'm showing you guys all the spots that I know of where everything commonly appears, and we shall get through it in just a second. So there's one down here, usually, almost every time. And then we'll forge ahead. And there's also a lot of side quests you can do here along the way, which can also provide additional loot, karma, and just general treasure. There's also a treasure mushroom, which is on this map as well, which you can also pick off if you see other players going for it. But otherwise, I would just stick to the freshwater pearls and the jungle plants, essentially the mussels and the jungle plants. So I think that's about all we can find on this map, so we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, so moving on to the next hotspot. This one's on the Verdant Brink map, which is the first map of the Heart of Thorns. It's a map which I've loved for a very long time, specifically for 2 reasons. You can get the freshwater pearls, and you can also get the loot, which is inside the canisters which have come down from the Alliance. This map has been around a long time. I highly recommend using the Glyph of Bounty and the item booster for this map as well. Yeah, so it's the airship cargo drops, which is what you're after on this map, as well as the mussels for the freshwater pearls. Of course, you're always going to be better off using a character that can withstand the raptors, the famous raptors. Yes, these guys have been a pain since day one, and they're not very forgiving, especially if they surround you on all sides. So we're going to try and get through these guys without getting killed. Wish me luck, guys. This is a conditional build, as you can see, so it takes time to take things out, but eventually things will get wiped out. I'm just moving ahead. And as for Casimir Mead herself, I wanted to create something a little different that was... Ooh, there we go, got one. A little different that was going to represent Marjorie, basically the character that Casimir is with. So anyways, let's open up the cargo drop. Just one of them, just to show you. See, this is the kind of stuff you can pick up. I got tons of these keys, and I think anyone that does this map is going to get tons of keys as well. So they are worth definitely picking up, especially the large ones along the way. But it's the mussels that I primarily come here for. The drop ships, cargo drops, are just bonuses along the way. And you can get this done very quickly on each character, very fast, very efficient, and you can move on. So that was pretty much it for this map. I mean, you can go into the middle of the map as well to get more of the mussels, but generally speaking, I recommend just sticking to the right-hand side of the map if you want to go really fast and just get it done as quickly as possible. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you another hotspot which I have found, which is very, very profitable. This is on the Iron Marches map at the Sleekfur encampment waypoint, so let's go there now. Iron Marches is one of the original maps, been around for a very long time. A lot of the other maps, but this one in particular is very valuable, and I'll show you why for a couple of reasons. Basically, I have two more tools here. One is the logging, and one is the mining. And on each of them I have the glyph of the leather worker. You'll see why I have those on there in a second. And then of course I have the glyph of bounty. I'll show you exactly why coming to this map is a good idea. Okay, so let's see if we can get some of what we're after. Okay, nothing on that go. So we'll try the wood next. See if we can get some leather. There you go. Rugged leather. That's what we're after. So basically, guys, for some extra income, this is one of the more valuable resources still, despite the cost of all the other leather going down in price. This one is usually higher in price, and will hover around 3 or above that. So it's nice if you want to have some extra income as well as some extra craft materials. And we'll just check the prices of the freshwater pearls and see how much they are at the moment. Okay, so these have come down to 81, so they have gone down, but they're still worth going after, in my opinion. And on this map, not only do you have some of the rich platinum veins that you can get a lot of leather from, but you also have the plants, which give you the seeds that you're after. So I'll show those in just a second. Okay, so we are at the town of Cowflang's Star Waypoint. And I'm going to show you guys exactly where the seeds are roughly located at, just so that you get an idea where they can be. These ones are a bit more spread out, but as I've always said, they're well worth the effort. If you're willing to put the effort in, you're going to pick up some of the more valuable seeds on the trading post. Sometimes they're really close to each other, and sometimes they are spread out quite a bit. But as I said, the advantage of doing this map is the fact that you're going to be able to pick up the platinum ore along with the rugged leather scraps. I mean, I would recommend a thief for this map, simply because you can wipe out your opponents fairly quickly. But you can use any character you like, to be honest. It's just whatever you prefer, whichever one you feel is most fast and efficient, but I would highly recommend the Thieves myself, because you can wipe out opponents after opponents without any trouble, and you make a lot of extra loot along the way. So there's number 2, and then we have one more, which is going to be directly ahead. And as I said, guys, this character I love playing because Casimir Mead's one of my favorites, and she always has been as well since the beginning of the game. And it's only been in the last few years or so that you've actually come across the Total Makeover, which has allowed you to create her. And I think I've come up with a version of her which is pretty close to the real deal, essentially. Okay, so basically on this map, the areas you're going to be finding these seeds at. You start at this waypoint or this one, and you'll find them around this area right here. You'll find them up around this area. You'll find them down here, and you usually find them down here. So basically, if you make your way all the way around, harvesting all the wood, all the platinum, and everything else that's there, you're going to make a good amount of resources, which you can use for crafting or just selling the materials, the raw materials. Okay, now onto the 2 minor hotspots, which I'm going to show you. The first is the Sunset Isles, so I'm going to take you there now. And the reason we're going here is primarily not for the gold, but for the crafting materials, which you can use in leveling up your characters. And the reason I'm recommending these 2 spots is because crafting materials come in handy big time, especially when leveling up a character. The more you have, the better. And as you increase the amount of characters you have on your account, the quicker you can level them up if you have the materials to do so. I mean, you could always just farm the seeds, but if you don't have many characters at the moment, this is definitely one of the places I would highly recommend visiting. I mean, after I finish going through harvesting all I can of the seeds, I always come here and take a look at everything, just to get some extra crafting materials for whatever needs to be leveled up still. Or just, just to use down the road for whatever reason. Okay, so basically on this island, right next to that waypoint, I'll show you where it is. Okay, it's the Athaloma waypoint, and this is on the Sandswept Isles map. And this is part of the living story, I believe, in order to get here. So you guys can look that up if you want, and I definitely recommend coming here and farming this every day, because you're going to have a lot of stuff that's going to add up very quickly. And this is, as I said, it's just to be used for crafting and for making food. So, I mean, I don't really need to come here, but I still like to come here regardless. And you can always swap out your glyphs. You can give yourself random materials, you can give yourself higher craft materials, you can do whatever you need to do to whatever basically accommodates your needs. And it can be a dangerous area to go to, I'll admit that. But as long as you're careful, as long as you're quick, and you keep moving, you should be fine. You also get some seeds along the way as well. These ones may not be worth quite as much as some other areas. But yeah, they're definitely worth going for. So this is the main patch of area which you're going after right now. And sometimes you'll find rich veins of orichalcum. So I'll show you the area where they're at, just so you can see what I'm talking about, because it's worth going to it if you can get to it without too much trouble. Mounts always help to get there, and I like to use them all the time, so I definitely recommend getting the mounts once you have the expansions, because they will cut your runtime in half or less. Okay, so we have a rich mithril vein at the front here. So that's always nice to get, of course. And then I'm going to show you inside the cave, where there could be possibly a rich orichalcum. And if there isn't, there usually always is 1 or 2 patches around the top right of this map. So we're going to go inside here and have a look around, see what we can find. Sometimes it's here, sometimes not. It's random, guys. It spawns. So if it's there, it's not. Okay. On this occasion, it's not, but this is definitely worth checking out. And the more characters you have, the more stuff you can farm in here. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next spot, which is the Domain of Korma. So this map is also part of the Path of Fire, and it's a map which I definitely recommend going to because you're going to find a lot of resources for crafting, and some resources for crafting which you can also sell and make a little bit of gold off as well. So this one's definitely worth going for every day, along with some of the other spots that you prefer going to. I mean, as I said, it's a personal choice. You can mix things up as much as you want. You can go for whatever it is you're after. But everyone needs craft materials at the end of the day, and if you haven't maxed out your 70 characters on older levels, then you know, craft materials are always handy to have. So that's why I would recommend coming here. So we're gonna head down to the spots where the craft materials are at. And we're just making our way quickly there, as quickly as we can go. Okay, so here it is. We are basically at the top left of the map. And I'll just quickly show you that. Okay, the waypoint was Allied Encampment Waypoint, and we're at the Arkjok Farmlands, which is at the top left of the map. And here we are. We have tons of desert clusters of desert herbs. We have lots of flaxseed, and we have lots of other goodies laying around here. So this is why I recommend coming here and farming these. Okay, well, that's the last of the plants up here. So as you can see, guys, we picked up quite a bit of resources. Not too bad, not too bad, I will admit. That's quite a bit of stuff. And we haven't even done any world bosses yet. So yeah, imagine doing that on 70 characters. You can imagine that would add up to quite a vast amount of resources. Alright, we're going to head to the Divinity's Reach map, where I'm going to show you the character, Casimir Mead, in the total makeover. And then I'll show you the slider bars, so you guys can see what you have to do in order to make one for yourselves. Okay, and here we go. Here's the total makeover section for Casimir Mead. So as you can see, guys, she looks very similar to the original one. And not too bad, if I do say myself. Okay, so let's go through the sliders really quickly. I believe on this one it is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, it's 5. On the physique, I went for the bottom left one. And for the skin color, I went for light 6. Okay, now for the head. It is the bottom left one. And I've tried the other ones out. And they may look very similar. I mean, you can go for that one. But I prefer this one because the eyes look the most similar to me, to her character. Okay, and now on to the hairstyle. Surprisingly, the hair itself, I think it was, yeah, flaxen blonde I went for. And as I said, you can go for this hairstyle if you want, for the more updated version of her hairstyle. But I prefer the more traditional, to be honest, this one. So I went for that one. It's a good one to go for. Okay, so we also have on the accessory, it could be pretty much be whatever you want it to be, because I'm just using the outfit at the moment. But I have Electro Lemon on there. Okay, for the sliders, you have the middle, you have the one to the left, one to the right, middle, left, middle, and rights. And then right here we have the sky for the eyes, the eye color. Okay, on the next one, nose length on the right, nose width on the left, and then on the right, and then on the left. Then you have the lips, right, and then to the left, and to the middle. And then finally you have the middle, left, right, middle, and left. Okay, so basically, guys, if you want to create a Casimir Mead, this is essentially how you make one. Alrighty, and I'm going to head over to the waypoint over in the Citadel, so you guys can have one last final look to compare her to the original and see how she looks. Okay, guys, this is me wrapping things up on this video, and here's Casimir Mead next to the original. I think I did a pretty good job. Not too bad. It's pretty much the best I could do with what was given in the total makeover. So anyways, if you liked the video, please leave a like and a subscribe. And also keep in mind, I'm a writer on Amazon, so if you're interested in that, just click the link below. Otherwise, happy gaming. I hope this was informative, and I'll see you guys again next time. So that's all for now. Take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.